Hi, Sherry. This is Sarah with Flourish at Artisan Indie, and I am critiquing your shop today. I know we were supposed to do a coaching session, and the silly Skype and computer was not participating the way that we needed them to. So I'm glad that I'm able to record your shop critique. I'm using a screencast software, and it's really cool because you can look at your shop with me. If you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook. Of course, you can visit our website at www.thejoyfulentrepreneur.co for now until we launch Artisan Indie. All right. Here we go. So it looks like your shop is Jordan Lynn's Gems, personalized gifts for every occasion. Love the tagline there. That kind of sums up, what people can expect to find, and it doesn't box you in. So I kind of like that. It looks like you do stamping of jewelry or jewelry and accessories. That's funny. The last critique I did was pretty much the same thing. So this will be kind of cool because I just went through everything with her, and so I should be able to be quick about what I see in your shop and what advice I might have for you to find some opportunities to grow your business. So the first thing I noticed right off the bat is your branding. So the type of font that you're using and the graphics that you're using, they appear to be very elementary. And please don't get upset. I'm not meaning that in any mean way at all. It's something you'd expect to see maybe at a flea market, right? Something that someone made real quick on a banner and they threw it up there. Now, this is very normal for handmade businesses, so by no means am I cutting you down, although it might sound like that. Very few handmade business owners think about, hiring a graphic designer and having something professionally designed. And I realize that, and that is a really big problem in the handmade industry. And because I advocate for handmade businesses and really want to see them go mainstream, I feel that I need to teach my clients how to brand themselves just like a big business would. Now, you may say, well, I don't have big business money, and I totally get it. But believe it or not, there are resources that you can use to build your business with very little money. We have designers, of course, in Flourish that you could reach out to that have very vast ranges on what they charge, from very little to quite a bit. So you want to perhaps reach out to one of those experts, those designers, see if maybe any of them gel with you, and have them create something really nice that could cost you as little as $99 up to $300 or $400. So it's so important. I mean, it's not just a graphic that you're going to put on your banner. This is what people are going to associate with your business. They're going to associate the colors. They're going to associate the font. They're going to associate the graphics. So, I mean, just think of some of your favorite brands and think of what you think of them. Think about the feeling that you get when you walk into the store, and think about their signage and the words they use and all that on their marketing materials. There is a branding that goes with every company. And so, this font that you're using is something that looks very simple and something that maybe you'd find in a kid's store. Also, you're using, it looks like the same font for your tagline as you are for your name, and you want two different fonts. If you're using something a little bit more chunky and maybe a little bit more not so narrow, there's a word, but I can't find it. So if you're having something like this that's more decorative, I should say, then you want something more like a narrow block font for your tagline. Okay, and vice versa. Also, this picture here, this shows your tools, which is awesome. You want to put this down here in your about section, okay? You want to have the pictures of your workspace, of your tools, all that stuff down in your about section. You don't really want to have it up on the top of your banner. Also, because you're using a lot of these handcrafted tools and items, they have kind of a rustic feel, but you have them on a bokeh background, which is the sparkly, confetti, glittery kind of background, and those don't blend real well. So I really suggest that you reach out to a designer and have them design something perfect for you. Design a logo. You should have a logo. You're a business. You should have a logo, have your name, have your tagline, have it in a very nice color scheme. And I think once that happens, you're going to feel so good about your business. Now, I have to say, I really do like this kind of font here. This is kind of nice. It's a little bit better than this. I don't know if maybe you were trying to match it up. Although, when I think of Jordan Lind Gems, I don't really think of something that's more like, I don't know, elementary is the only word I can think of. I would think of something a little bit more, so let me look at everything that you sell here. I was going to say whimsical, and then I saw the magical. Maybe a little bit more whimsical, maybe. So that's what I would do. I would do that. I really think that that's going to attract more people into your shop, and it's going to be more memorable. So I would work on that right away. Branding is so important. It's the foundation your business is built on, because you want people to start to remember you. You want people to share your name and to keep coming back. And really, brand recognition plays a big part in that. All right, personalized hand stamp jewelry, keychains, and more. This is great, and this is a great tagline. But really, you want to change this, delete this, because you have it up here, similar. In this section, you want to put strong keywords. So perhaps, Father's Day keychains, Mother's Day jewelry, personalized ornaments, hand-stamped bracelets, whatever. Use strong keywords and use the same kind of format, the space dash space. And what that does is that's going to let the Google algorithm know where to sort and organize you when there's a searcher on Google looking for what you sell. So the way that Google works with Etsy shops is there's three main areas that it looks at to determine where to rank you. And one is your name. If someone Googles your name, obviously you got to get pulled up. The other is this line right here. And then your shop category titles. So it's important that these are specific, targeted keywords so that you can get your best optimization on both Etsy and Google algorithms. These are your featured items. You want to ensure that you're using seasonally appropriate items. We're in mid-October. That means you really want to showcase items that can be bought or used for Halloween, for fall, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, stocking stuffers, all that kind of stuff. So I do see a Christmas ornament here, which is awesome. I see a teacher keychain, which is awesome because a lot of people are looking right now for year-end gifts for teachers. And then something like this, maybe you could even have it listed as a Christmas gift for Dad. Obviously, this would be perfect for Father's Day, but it would be good for Christmas as well. This too, if you had something that maybe perhaps you're selling as a stocking stuffer or a gift. Let's say you had something that says Happy Fall, y'all. That would be good to have up here. You want the items up here in the featured section to rotate about every 2 months-ish, depending on the season and the holiday. Okay? That keeps your shop fresh. It also keeps people interested in coming back to visit your shop because they know that you're updating things. It doesn't get kind of stagnant. So it's a good thing. Here, it's great. You're using this section to showcase your coupon code, which is awesome. If you have a website, I highly recommend you use this space to direct people to your website and get them to sign up for your email list. So something like visit www.yourwebsitename.com to sign up for our VIP list and receive 20% off your next purchase, kind of thing. If you're not, the coupon code is fine though. 202 items is fantastic. That's a lot of items. It is enough to be taken seriously for people to kind of start to trust you as a business, but not too many to get overwhelmed. So I think that's good. You have these organized properly, except for it looks like these could switch. So this is nice. Again, you have necklaces, keychains. Those are kind of general as far as the descriptor words. So I would probably have personalized necklaces, hand-stamped keychains. You know, use more targeted keywords in there just to help boost your ranking a little bit. We're going to skip the main part of your shop and go down here to your About section. What I want to see here is really pictures about you and your business and your craft. So you're showing a lot of great family pictures. Beautiful picture. Beautiful family. Great picture. That's fantastic. So yes, you want to have something like that in there for people to kind of humanize you, right? You're not this big company. You are, you know, a mom, a wife, a maker, and you really want people to connect to that because they're gonna value your items a lot more. And again, this is great that you're showing this. I would much rather see this like on your craft table, and I don't care if it's like a gray 6x6 foldable table. It will seem more real than this kind of background with this stuff on top. See, like this. This is way more appealing to people that want to buy handmade than this, which looks like it could be something, you know, on AliExpress or something. Okay. Great amount of text here. You have Instagram. I don't see Pinterest or your Facebook, so I definitely would do that. This is so people can share or pin or tweet your stuff. This is actually clickable links that people can click on to find you and favorite and or follow you. So make sure you put those in as well. Sorry about that. It's been one of those long days. Okay, your pricing. So you kind of, your prices are kind of all over the place a little bit. And so what I mean by that is like you're using the 99-cent price point, but then in some you're using the whole price point. Your price increments are a little wonky as well. What does that mean? Okay. So it's called psychology pricing, and it's the type of pricing that we teach in Flourish for our e-commerce clients. And what it is there have been hundreds, probably thousands of studies on the mind of the buyer, both in retail stores as well as e-commerce shopping. And what they do is they use heat maps, and they record and sessions, and they see what people like the most, like what prices they click on the most, what prices are usually bought or purchased the most, what areas on the sites are the customers looking at over others, what areas do they just kind of, you know, glance over, they don't really pay a lot of attention, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's very fascinating if you research that to really gain an insight as to what the buyers are, their subconscious are kind of seeing and thinking when they're shopping online. But one of the things was what they call the 9 or 5 cent digit, the left digit. I think it's called the left digit effect or the left digit factor, and it's whether you use a 9 or a 5. So in other words, your $20 item should be $19.95 or $19.99. You can choose which you prefer. $25 should be $24.99 or $24.95. Now you might say, I don't like cents, I like to use whole pricing. But honestly, think about it. I mean, if you were born and raised in the United States, it looks like you're from Texas. We were taught to round when we were learning math, right? So, you know, at $25, if it was $24.99 or $24.95, it's in our mind under $25. So you come home, you're like, oh, I bought this cool thing. Your husband says, well, what'd you buy? And I bought this. I got it for under 25 bucks, right? That's why you want to price just under the whole number. Now, even within that, there are certain price points that sell better than others. So when it comes to $10 and below, it's really anything in dollar increments. So $9.99, $8.99, $7.99, $6.99, all the way down. After $9.99, it pretty much goes in twos, except for right before 20. So it goes $12.99, $14.99, $16.99, and then that jumps to $19.99. So you don't want to use 10, 11, 13, 15, or 17. Or 18. So I think I saw something here. Yeah, $15.99. You will sell more of these bracelets if you mark this up to $16.99, believe it or not. Or you can mark it down to $14.99, but then I think you're underselling. So honestly, I think these should be $19.99. But I promise you, pricing these $1 more, you'll sell more. I am sorry. I'm home. My family is home, and they are all sick. So if you hear coughing, I apologize for that. Seriously thinking about getting a satellite office. So this $18 item, you're leaving money here on the table. And I'm sure if I click in, there's going to be variations for other different prices for adding names or charms. But even so, you want to start at $19.99. Okay, and this $24.95. Somebody sees, or $99. If somebody sees this at 18, they're going to pay $19.99 no matter what. If they're going to pay 18, they'll pay $19.99. If they don't want to pay 18, then they won't pay 17 or 16. They'll pay $14.99. Do you see how that works? So, and this is in all cases, but the majority this works for. So I think once you adjust your pricing to all have the 99-cent price point and all be just under those price increments, I think that you will be very pleased with how it looks in your shop. Now anything over $19.99, you want to go in $5 increments. So that's $19.99, $24.99, $29.99, so on and so forth. Okay, let's look at your SEO real quick. Let's do this. Christmas gift for teacher. Teacher appreciation gift. Personalized gift for teacher. Hand stamped keychain. Teaching is a work of heart. All right, so I think that's pretty fabulous. You're using a nice combination of keywords there. You're using you're explaining what it is. It's a keychain. You're explaining that it's a gift. It's a teacher's gift. It's an appreciation gift or a Christmas gift. I think your SEO looks pretty spot on there, to be quite honest. I use the Etsy search bar to kind of check and gauge my my keywords when I'm checking shops. So there it is, Christmas gift for teacher, right there, teacher appreciation gift. I think the only thing I might do is year-end gift for teacher, but that's really not until the summertime. So I think you're perfect there. It all looks really good to me. It looks like you're using the right amount of characters. Make sure that you're also adding those into your tags down here, which it looks like you are. Fantastic. Here, hand stamp teacher keychain. It's nice. You have some nice keywords there. You don't have to take this and put it in here, but having keywords in your first paragraph is important. I think that's good. You're doing some interlinking, which is great. You don't have too much copy. This is all great. So really, I think it comes down to I think it comes down to your branding and your photos. It looks to me like you're really good with SEO. Your pricing needs to be tweaked a little bit. I like this background, this kind of greenish background. I think it makes the silver look really pretty. I would be careful about the lighting because sometimes your items, or the editing, because sometimes your items look really sharp and pixelated. Others, they look kind of blurred out. Sometimes it looks really blue. Other times it looks kind of green. So I would try to be more consistent with the lighting when you're taking your photographs. But I do kind of like the green. I think that's really pretty. And I think if you incorporate that into your branding, whether it's in your banner or in your icon, I think that'll work for you either way. Maybe if you do some kind of like Jordan Lynn's gems and you have it on this really pretty like light turquoise background, perhaps. Perfect gifts for every occasion. Or maybe have like this to me, I don't know what it is. It looks like an old suitcase or like an old trunk. That's what it looks like to me. I see the hinge there. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. And maybe have your logo done where it's something like that, you know, like an old-fashioned trunk or suitcase with a pretty necklace kind of hanging, you know, on it, or I don't know. I'm not a designer, but I do like that color, and I think it looks good against your items. I would get rid of this background. Although I like the lighting in here, this does not go at all with your items. And if you wanted to go with something completely different, you know, anything that's kind of a soft, light gray actually looks really good with silver. If you're going to use white, you want to use a soft white, not like a bright white. But I really do. I like this green. I think it's nice. I just think you need to be a little bit more consistent with it. So honestly, that's what I got for your shop. I really feel that when you rebrand, your whole shop's going to feel better. And I think if you carry the colors you use for your branding throughout your pictures, I think that'll be nice and consistent. Let me take you to I'm going to take you to Gail's shop. I always go to her shop. It seems like every Christmas week I go to her shop. So this is what I mean by branding. So you have Gail's shop. She does jewelry. She doesn't do stamped jewelry like you do. She does stuff for a little bit more of a luxury, perhaps. She does kind of like a vintage, romantic, Victorian feel design jewelry. And so she has Shabby Cottage Adorned. She has the roses. They're very soft. She's using pastel. She's using this pretty green color. It's very soft and feminine and romantic, right? That's the kind of feeling you have. And then as you kind of go through her shop, you see she pulls that same feeling that you got from her branding down into her picture. She has the same kind of colors with the light green. She has like some lace here, very feminine. She has some florals, some creams. You look at some of the background of her pictures. Again, just a very feminine feel. You can kind of picture what type of shop she would have physically if she had a physical business, like this little cottage that maybe has some white paint on the outside that has like a big wraparound porch, and you walk up the steps and they might creak a little bit, and then you walk in and you see all this beautiful natural light and these maybe vintage mason jars, the ball jars that are that green kind of tint, and lace and creams, and that's kind of the feeling. And that's what you want to create in your own Etsy shop, is you want to create this wonderful environment that people want to just hang out in. They just want to browse around. I mean, look, now I have to say that, you know, the jewelry Gail makes, I absolutely adore and I love, and it's totally my style. I've bought lots of jewelry from her. So, you know, as I look through it, I don't want to leave her shop. Like, I just want to keep looking. I want to keep clicking buttons. I want to see what new pieces she's designed. I want to see, maybe get some ideas for Christmas. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I don't want to leave her shop. I don't want to go to one of her competitor shops. I want to see what she has. And you know that when a shop has done a good job at that, let's say that they do not initially find what they're looking for on the first run through, they will stay in that shop to try to find something that will work for what they need because they like the shop so much. It's true. So you really want to create this wonderful shopping environment right from your shop. Okay. And you can do that. I mean, absolutely. You have a ton of items. And I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I'm going into the holiday season. I don't have time to take my pictures. Your pictures are good enough. They're not gonna stop you from getting a sale, as they are, from the people that are normally buying from you now. But if you do improve them and you do form some kind of a more branded, cohesive look in your shop, you will sell more in the future. You will sell more as you get that done. You will have more interest in your items, and you're going to build that brand familiarity and that brand recognition from your customers. You'll have repeat customers. You'll have raving fans. You'll have people sharing your stuff all over the place. So I hope that this really helped. If you have any questions, you know you can contact me on Facebook, or of course you can reply to this convo on Etsy. Either way, I wish you an amazing holiday season, and I can't wait to see the changes that you do in your shop. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.